Good morning, my dear children. Hope you are fine at your home. So today's value: help others. You should help your parents, help your elders, help your friends. So you should help others. Today's value: you should help others. Today I am going to teach grammar. Today I am going to teach grammar. Before that, first of all, we will recap the previous classes. In the previous class, we have learned what are nouns. Nouns are nothing but, it is also called as naming word. Nouns are the name of a person, place, thing or an animal. Nouns are nothing but, it names a person, place, thing or an animal. So, in the previous class, we have briefly learnt about the types of nouns. One is common noun and the other one is proper noun. Now, tell me children, what are common nouns? Common nouns are nothing but general name of a person, place, thing or an animal. Common nouns are nothing but general name. On the other side, proper nouns. Proper nouns are nothing but, it is a specific name of a person, place, thing or an animal. So, common nouns are general name, proper nouns are specific name. See the example. Here, mother. Here, I am generally telling mother. So, it is common noun. When I am giving a specific name to the mother, Ramya, it is a proper noun. So, common nouns are general name of a person, place, thing or an animal. Proper nouns are the specific name of a person, place, thing or an animal. Here, I am telling generally mother. It is a general name. So, it is common noun. When I am giving a specific name to the mother, Ramya. Here, Ramya is the specific name of a mother. So it is proper noun. So in the previous class we have learned what are nouns and its two types, common noun, proper noun. Today I am going to teach pronouns. Today I am going to teach pronouns. Pronouns are used in the place of nouns. So nouns are nothing but it names a person, place, thing or an animal. It is also called as naming words. Nouns are also called as naming words. Pronouns are used in the place of naming word or noun. Look at the pronouns. I, we, you, they, he, she, it. These are pronouns. Shall we repeat it once again? I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Now we will see the usage of pronoun. Now we have to use I when we talk about ourselves. We have to use I when we talk about ourselves. We have to use we when we talk about a group of two or more people. So we have to use we when we talk about group of people. It will be more than two. They, we have to use they. It replaces. They replaces words that names. That words names more than one person. It names more than one person, thing, place or an animal. So they replaces the word that names more than one person, thing, place or an animal. So we have to use I when we talk about ourselves. We have to use we when we talk about a group of two or more people. We have to replace the words that more than, it names more than one person, place, thing or an animal. See, we have to use he in the place of a man or a boy. So he, here he always in the place of a man or a boy. On the other gender, she. We have to use she in the place of a woman or a girl. So he in the place of a man or a boy. She in the place of a woman or a girl. It in the place of a thing or an animal. So we have to use it in the place of a thing or an animal. Children, listen carefully. You have to use he in the place of a man or a boy. You have to use she in the place of a woman or a girl. You have to use it only with thing or an animal. If you have to use it in the place of a thing or an animal. Finally, you have to use you when we talk to a person directly. So we have to use you when we talk to a person directly. So we have to use I when we talk about ourselves. We have to use we when we talk about a group of people. We have to use it. It replaces the words that names more than one person, place, thing or an animal. We have to use he in the place of a man or a boy. We have to use she in the place of a woman or a girl. We have to use it in the place of a thing or an animal. And finally, we have to use you when we talk to a person directly. Now we will see the examples. Look at the example. First one. I am Ravi. Here, Ravi introducing himself. So I have to use I. See, when we talk about ourselves, we have to use I when we talk about ourselves. Here, Ravi talk about himself. So we have to use I am Ravi. Reena is my friend. So Ravi is telling I am Ravi. Reena is my friend. We walk to school together. Ravi and Reena walk to school together. Here we are talking about more than two persons. So here we are talking about more than two or three. We have to use we when we talk about a group of two. Here Ravi and Reena are two people or more people. So we have to use we. They go to school together. Here they replaces the word that names where more than one person. Here more than one person. Ravi and Reena. Here we are talking about two persons. It replaces the word naming word of a person. So we have to use they. He is my brother. Here brother is a boy. In the place of a man or a boy, we have to use he. She is my aunt. Here aunt. We have to use she in the place of a woman or a girl. So aunt is the woman. So we have to use she. Kitty is my cat. Here I am talking about an animal. It sleeps in the basket. So for things and animal, we have to use it. We have to use it in the place of a thing or an animal. So here I am talking about a cat. It sleeps in the basket. So for animal, we have to use it. Have you understood, children? Now we will shortly recap what we have learned. We have learned what are pronouns. What are pronouns? Pronouns are used in the place of nouns. Nouns are nothing but it names a person, place, thing or an animal. And we have learned some pronouns. I, we, you, they, he, she, it. These are pronouns. And we have learned the usage of this pronoun. And we have learned some examples. Have you understood, children? Look at the pronoun table. These are subject, these are object pronouns, These are possessive pronouns. Subject I. Object pronoun me. It changes into me. Me changes into my and mine. The possessive form of I is mine or mine. You changes into object pronoun your. The possessive pronoun of you is yours. We, us. In object pronoun, we changes into us. In the possessive form of we is our or hers. They changes into them, their, theirs. He changes into him. In possessive form, he changes into his. She in object pronoun, she changes into her changes into hers in the possessive form. Its. In the possessive form, it is its. I, me, my, mine. You, your, yours. We, us, our, ours. They, then, their, theirs. He, him, his. She, her, hers. Its. This is pronoun table. Just learn. Next we will discuss pronouns and verb agreement. Pronouns and verb agreement. We have learned what are pronouns. Now we will see pronouns and verb agreement. The subject. See the meaning for subject. What is subject? Subject is what the sentence about. Subject is nothing but what the sentence is about. And the verb. See what is verb? Verb helps to describe what is happening in the sentence. So subject is what the sentence about. Then verb it helps to describe what is happening in the sentence. So the subject and the verb in a sentence must agree with one another. So the subject and the verb must agree with one another. So subject is what the sentence about. Then the verb is it helps to describe what is happening in the sentence. So these two things must agree with one another. For singular subjects, in the previous class we have learned what is singular and what is plural. Singular means only one. For singular subject, here we have learned what is subject. For singular subject, the verb ends with yes. For singular subject, the verb always ends with yes. For plural subject, children, what are plurals? Plurals are nothing but more than two. For plural subjects, the verb does not end with yes. Children, listen carefully. For singular subject, the verb ends with yes. For plural subject, the verb does not end with yes. See the tableau. Here, these are subject, these are singular and plural verbs. I, we, you, they. These are plurals. For plural subject, the verb does not end with yes. See, I, we, you, they. If the subject is I, we, you, they. The verb does not end with yes. If the subject is he, she, it. These are singular subject. For singular subject, the verb always ends with yes. So, he, she, it is singular subject. For this singular subject, the verb always ends with yes. Have you understood, children? For singular subjects, the verb does not the plural subject, the verb does not end with yes. For singular subject, the verb always ends with yes. See the example. The frogs jump into the pond. Here, the subject is about frog. Here, the subject is singular or plural? Very good, plural. If the subject is plural, the verb Very good. Does not ends with yes. The subject is plural. The verb does not ends with yes into the form. See the another example. The frog. Here the subject is singular. For singular subject, the verb always ends with yes. So the verb ends with yes. Here jump is verb, frog is subject. If the subject is singular, the verb is plural. If the subject is plural, the verb is singular. So here the subject is very good, plural. So the verb is singular. Here the subject is singular, the verb is plural. The frog jumps into the pond. Have you understood, children? So pronouns and verb agreement are nothing but the subject and the verb in a sentence must agree with one another. If for the singular subject, the verb always ends with yes. For plural subject, the verb does not ends with yes. These are the examples for that. Here the subject is singular. Here the subject is plural. The verb does not ends with yes. Here the subject is singular. The verb ends with yes. So if the subject is I, we, you, they, these are plural subjects. So for plural subject, the verb does not ends with yes. He, she, it, these are singular subject. For singular subject, the verb ends with yes. So the subject and the verb must agree with one another. Have you understood, children? Take page number 95 in your English textbook, children. Exercise 1. Complete these sentences about people who help us using the correct choice of pronoun and verb. So you have to choose the correct choice of pronoun and verb. So I, we, you, they, he, she, it are the pronouns. So you have to choose the pronoun and the verb. Verbs are nothing but this verb describe. It helps to describe what is happening in the sentence. So have to choose the pronoun and verb. First one, this is Mr. Sharma. So this is Mr. Sharma. You have to select the pronoun. So here we are talking about a man. For man we have to use he. He is a doctor. He dash is a hospital. So for singular nouns we have to ends with the verb yes. Now tell me, children, work or verbs? Here we are talking about only one person. For singular subject we have to use or we have to end with the verb yes. So he works in the hospital. He always wears a white coat, because here we are talking about a white coat. So the subject is in singular. For singular subject, the verb always ends with yes. For plural subject, the verb does not ends with yes. Here the subject is in singular. So you have to select the very good verb ends with yes. Like this you have to complete page number 95 and 96 in your English textbook. Have you understood, children? Take your English book, take worksheet 3 in page number 104. Exercise 1. Change the sentences from singular to plural. Remember, when we change a sentence from the singular to plural form, we not only change the nouns to the plural form, but the verb also has to agree with the plural subject. So you have to change the sentence from singular to plural. And also you have to change the verb, because in the sentence the subject and the verb must agree with one another. So you have to change the subject into plural, and also you have to change the verb. If the subject is singular, you have to add yes to the verb. if the subject is plural, you do not add s to the verb. See the example. The boy eats the apple. Here the boy is the singular subject. You have to change the singular into plural. The plural form of boy is boys. The boys eat the apples. For the plural subject, the verb does not ends with s. And here the noun changes into plural. The plural form of apple is apples. So you have to change the singular things into plural, and also you have to check the verb because the subject and the verb must agree with one another. See the another example. The teacher writes on the blackboard. You have to change the noun. Here teacher is the noun, teachers. For the plural subject, what you have to do? The verb does not ends with s. So you have to remove the s and you have to write only write on the blackboard. So you have to add s to the boards. Have you understood, children? Like this you have to complete exercise 1. Now exercise 2. Match the sentences from the 2 columns and then write the sentences in the space provided. What you have to do? You have to match the 2 sentences. Then you have to write the full sentences in the given space. For example, Sam is a doctor. So you have to match this one with lost. The nurse helps him to treat the sick. So like this you have to match 2 sentences. Then you have to write the full sentences in the given space. You have to complete page number 104, worksheet 3, exercise 1 and 2 in your English textbook. Have you understood, children? Now it's time for your home assignment. Complete page number 95, 96 and 104 in your English textbook. 104 worksheet 3 fully you have to complete in your English textbook. Children, listen carefully. You have to complete these 3 pages in your English textbook. 195, 96 and finally 104 in your English textbook. Hope you understood this class, children. We will meet in the next class. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Okay students, hope you all understood this class. So this is for your home assignment. Complete the given worksheet. Okay, complete the given worksheet. So worksheets will be given for you for the grammar pronouns. So what you have to do? You have to write the given worksheet. See you in the next class. Thank you all.